45 Trashiest things people have ever seen, according to Reddit. Number 45. Wait, let me situate this window over here just a little bit better. There we go. Number 45. I'm a paramedic and we get called for an active maternity call. As we pull up, there are 4 cops outside absolutely losing their shit. Cops being cops in this instance. Which is normal, a sign that there's something unholy going on inside. Because normally, visions of press releases, medals, and sugar plum dances in cops' heads at maternity calls. Okay, we go inside to find a 5th cop, a female staring in mute horror. Jesus Christ, why is there an extra R? You're making me look like a madman here. The mother is standing there. The mother is standing there. Was the baby on the ground? Nigga, I'm not, like, you know what I mean? What? Starring in mute horror? The mother is standing, there was a baby on the ground? The mother is standing, there was a baby on the ground. Look, Jackie is in the chat, Sarah De Vera, Creative Myrrh, The Closer, King the Demon, Nate the Squeaker. Hello to all of you. I'm trying my best with these damn lists already, but you know, they're not giving me a lot to work with. So if you're here late, you can already read what the title is, but for those listening, this is the 45 trashiest things people have ever seen. And on number 45, apparently, you know, this person's a paramedic. They've showed up at the door where someone's having a child. There are a whole bunch of cops outside of the room, and inside there is a 5th police officer, and there's a female staring, and the mother is standing there, and there's a baby on the ground, not breathing, umbilical cord still attached, crack pipe in hand, still smoking, baby. What the fuck? As we walk up, the placenta falls out, which for anyone who knows is a sign that this isn't her first, second, or third rodeo. We found out later that this was kid number 7 with daddy number 5. Mambo number 5. My team goes to work on the baby. The other crew goes to work on the mom. Nobody was there to watch over her and make sure she ain't crack piping. Turns out the mom had been smoking crack all night, and when the baby fell out of her, thought nothing of the fact that it was blue. Then this conversation happened. Isn't my baby beautiful? He's the color before his father's black. He's that color because his father is black. My partner, who's a legendary smartass, responded with, honey, unless his father is a smurf, he's not supposed to be that color. So we work the kid up, get the kid ventilated, get IV access, and the kid rapidly improves. We get the kid out to the bus and get him packaged. The mother goes back in and gets the placenta, and then has the fight for the women's giant pet rabbit for it. What the fuck? The kid did fine and was placed in foster care. Edit, words are hard. Yeah, they really were hard for you, motherfucker. You work as a paramedic, and let's hope that you don't work in America. You know what I'm talking about? Not that they're a bad paramedic, but because English is obviously not their language. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, what I'd like to pose as a question to the chat here is probably kind of dark, but I think that's what you guys come to me for. Is because you like it dark. Okay. Here's the question. The question also extends to you if you're listening after the fact, and you're not in the stream chat. You can leave this as a response in the comment section. If this is how bad the conditions of birth are, you know what I mean? Like, if because of terrible parents, a child is born with disabilities or AIDS or, you know what I mean, some kind of disease, some kind of like life-threatening addiction, shit like this, obviously killing isn't okay in any circumstance. But do you feel that, like, I don't know, there should be a way that a child could be spared from an existence like this? Because it's not okay to just take a human life, especially when they're too young to have a choice. But it's like, man, people abort babies all the time, you know what I'm talking about? And yeah, that's before they, I guess, get the chance to exist in a certain capacity. But at the same time, like, look at this. This woman was smoking crack all night when the baby was still inside, fell out of the lady, blue. Now, am I saying that this person doesn't deserve to live or can't go on to lead a full and meaningful, purpose-driven life? No, I'm not saying that that's not the case. But this is really fucked up. This is a handicap, motherfucker. This is you being placed in a race with a lot of other people where you're expected to do as well, but you are shackled to the ground. You have got a ball and chain attached to you because of what your parents did. Holy shitty. Jiggly titty from Josh Latham in the stream chat. Wow. Well, he was put in foster care and put away from his birth parents, as Nate the Squeaker makes clear. So, you know, all we can do is hope that his life, you know, he gets what he deserves, is all I can say. So as we continue up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen, hopefully we'll be able to get some fluid reading going on from people that have spoken English and figured out how to type it before. Wow. Number 44, a guy peeing on the door to my university center, broad daylight. We turned the corner, and there he was making a lemonade deposit right at the doorknob level of the door. He didn't stop when he saw us. He just shrugged and kept going, while half a dozen young women stood waiting for him to finish up. Then, when he finished, he shook off his junk, tucked it away, and offered to shake my hand and introduce himself to me. I basically yelled, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" and shooed him away. Then we knocked on the window of the student center until someone let us in rather than touch the now urine-covered door. Hey guys, you know, statistically, it's probably likely that somebody ended up touching that doorknob that day, and they probably got all his DNA all over their hands, you know what I'm talking about? Now, as it pertains to that piss, guys, is DNA in piss? Scott, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about jizz, aren't I? Anyway, listen, the likelihood of that kind of shit happening all the time is pretty up there. What are the odds that somebody pissed on the doorknob and you guys didn't know about it, and then you touched it, and then you went on to, you know, stroke your boyfriend's cock or do whatever, you know, and now you got their piss on his dick? What the F? Oh, what are you talking about, Kyle? Number 43? Yeah. I've got one for this. Back when I was a furniture mover in DC, I was delayed from delivering my cargo because a morbidly obese woman was butt naked doing push-ups in the middle of the road. Well, God bless her. She was doing something about her physique. I wish I was doing push-ups right now, motherfucker. She was high as a kite on the Love Boat. And it took about 6 police officers to catch her, cuff her, and then get her into a squad car. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. It took about 45 minutes because she kept running around the parked cars and cars stalled in traffic. Then, when the cops finally cuffed her, she had both her feet somehow planted in a way that made it incredibly difficult to get her into the back of the roller squad car. Oh, and because PCP makes you strong as fuck. Hey man, that sounds pretty cool, you know what I mean? You know, like we're all Popeye, but our spinach is actually PCP. Number 42. While I was at the movies seeing Gladiator, you guys don't know about that movie, remember that movie? Are you not entertained? I seen 2 youngish people have sex in a full theater. do you mean have sex? I'm talking her bouncing up and down on his lap, and they were seated near the front. It lasted 2 to 3 minutes, and nobody in the theater left to complain. They were at least quiet. Okay. Oh my God, somebody goes, "Are you not entertained?" That's a reference from the movie Millennials. I'm kidding, I'm one of you. Kiki says Oregon foster care is horrible. They put him in it because some girls at my friend's rehab said that she beat him. The only beating that girls should be doing is the meat. Girls, beat the meat. Let me type that in the stream chat. Beat the meat. Hashtag meat beat. Hashtag what a treat. Okay, number 41. I saw a woman who was obviously pregnant, 7 to 8 months along, chain smoking cigarettes at the county fair. Well, that's not as bad as the crack bitch all night. All night, man. 5 kids, placenta just plopped out like, look, I can't do this no more. Oh my God. Yo, county fair. Shit goes down to the county fair. I need to clear all of space on my phone. I really need another phone, at least one with double the space that this one has, because I'm constantly running out of space. And then I can go out in public and I can capture video and I can hit it with that Kyle commentary and definitely piss some people off. I like to think that if I were in most scenarios where people were acting a fool and being fucking crazy, that if I started opening my mouth and talking about shit, they would just get full, like, crazy style belligerent, coming at me like, and I'm like, bitch, I'm not the reason you're crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at you right now. You better hope that you get me, because if this video goes up, oh my God, it's a done deal for you, baby. What's wrong with you right now? Ooh, what is you doing? What? Oh my God, what is you doing? Number 40. A line of kids, like probably 10 plus children, throwing up outside of a party back in high school because they all apparently snorted a shit ton of oxytocin. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Luna Chappell said the trashiest thing she's ever seen is herself. Well, get some implants, and then at least people will put up with it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my oxytocin. Oxytocin, my God. Well, number 39. A stripper named Alize. Yeah, how'd I know that? It's because we watch enough Pokemon, we know that dash means A. So Alize, yeah. Like the liquor. Once told me a story of the time she was at a strip club where her mom worked, and then a patron hit a deer with his car outside. Naturally, Alize, her mother, and several other girls working that night dragged the deer around back and carved it up, butchering it so they could all have some venison. And that's how much of a country girl Alize is. Alize. Is that her stripper name or her real name? Somebody said, after all the pissing, drunks, and fucking stories, yours is refreshing. Oh, so there's a little hint of what we're going to have as we travel up this list, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah DeVera says, talk about bad fan bases. ICP beats them all. What's ICP, guys? Oh, Insane Clown Posse. Well, because they're all terrible. It's like Juggalos. They're all terrible. Any Juggalos listening to this? No, because they're all terrible. They'd be terrible. They're too terrible to be in here. They're too terrible to wake up and do most things. I saw a Juggalo fight the other day. Oh my God, man, that shit was classic. Oh, look, you got a little insight into Kyle's ridiculous life from one of my other tabs that was open. Yeah, that's right. I look up video game stuff when I'm on my downtime. Jeez. Why is this relevant, you may ask? Well, Pauline is actually the name of the little bitch that occurred in the first, let's see here. In the first Mario video game. The first Mario video game, when Mario wasn't even a plumber yet. I think he was a carpenter or something like that. And, you know, he's running up the little rampies to go to the monkey that was actually his pet monkey that escaped. And then he stole Pauline. And the woman at the top, the damsel in distress, her name is Pauline. And then in Super Mario Odyssey, the newest one, she's like the Mayor Pauline. Ain't that some crazy shit? Now, why did I dive out of here? I keep forgetting. Oh, because I was probably going to type in Juggalo fight or something crazy like that. Was this turning on into some sort of internet adventure, guys? I just want to see two fat guys fighting because it's a Juggalo fight. That would be great. Where are the Juggalos fighting, man? Just a little slappy wappy. Oh my God, forget it. Forget it, lest we become what we fear, okay? Sarah Bishop says, I'm going to take a bubble bath while listening to Kyl's soothing, manly voice. Gonna put my finger in that butt. Okay. As we travel up the list, oh my God. That's that good shit. That's why I'm coughing. I'm kidding. Number 45, trashiest things people have ever seen. We arrive at number 38. A crackhead couple fucking on a bench at 1 in the afternoon on a very busy pathway. Kids and families were there. Come on, man, please. I got a family. Ew. If only there could be a zoo full of crackheads. Fun, cheap family entertainment. Someone said this is usually called a prison. Bring your kids. Free admission too. Depends on what you consider free. They will even fondle your junk on the way in. You make it sound fun. Okay. Number 37, ladies and gentlemen. 2 girls fighting over a guy in the front yard of a party. Oh man, I just wish that I went to more parties. I could get some dank ass footage. You guys don't even know. If I could be where shit's going down at all times, this whole channel would just be me commenting on bullshit, like going, oh shit. You see what I'm talking about? It would just be a whole bunch of, oh my God. That would be my channel. What the fuck? 2 girls fighting over a guy in the front yard of a party. One of them had her boyfriend at the party. Wait. 2 girls are fighting over a guy in the front yard at the party, but one of the girls had her boyfriend at the party? He was not the guy they were fighting over. The other had a lovely 4-year-old daughter that she'd left alone at home and later lost custody of. That's pretty trashy. Somebody said at least it ended well. Somebody said the best possible timeline for the child. Timeline, dude. Yeah, this isn't like some kind of alternate dimension shit. Fucking Flash. Oh my God. Number 36. I really want there to be time travel in the next movie with Doctor Strange in it. That'd just be sick, man. Travel that time, Doctor Strange. I was outside a bar smoking with some friends when a car pulls up. Some woman opens the passenger door and starts peeing all over the curb. The cops... Wait a minute, the music's probably too loud. Punk-ass music. Okay. Wow, you guys should have said that earlier, that the music was probably too loud, but even if you did, I probably would have missed it. I'm sorry. Okay, so number 36. I was outside of a bar smoking with some friends when a car pulls up. The music still seems a little bit loud. How about there? That's gotta be better. She pulls up, she starts pissing all over the curb. The cop then cops an attitude and is like, "What the fuck are you staring at? You people are disgusting." She then wipes with a napkin, throws it at us, and slams the door shut as the driver peels out. This has got to be some sort of prank, right? Somebody said, I saw a homeless lady just pull down her pants and take a piss on the parked car in the middle of the day in San Francisco. At least once. Somebody said, I saw a not homeless lady pull down her pants and take a piss next to a bush at the park where I was walking my dog. I was so shocked my jaw dropped And as she pulled her pants back up, she apologized and said she really, really had to pee. One of the girls that I knew once had to pee so bad that on her way over to my house, she just peed right in front of the house. And I opened the door to essentially catch her peeing. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, I really had to go. And I was like, now I'm going to tell everybody that you were essentially here marking your territory, you animal. Number 35, 2 obese people sharing a love seat motorized scooter in Walmart. Fat rolls melding into each other. They drove around opening boxes of Cheez-Its and shit so they could flirtatiously feed each other in the aisles. The poor electric motor on the chair was wailing under the strain of moving that mass. What a thing we've just wrote. Stream. How do I not get paid for this? That's right, I do. Thanks to my sexy patrons. You guys want to share a love seat fucking electric scooter and wheel around Walmart? You already know that I do it with you. I do it with you. Thank you for being a patron. Yeah. As we travel up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen. Wow, to that last one, dude. We reach number 34. A girl fucking an entire party of dudes, 2+ at a time. Like 11 total from what I can remember. I'm not opposed to a girl having numbers, but the way she went about it was about as trashy as it gets. Hey, some girls got daddy issues, you know? They're what fun's all about, I suppose. They're just not what you're taking home to mama, you know what I'm talking about? Worst part was next day, a friend was calling me telling me to come out to a bonfire that was at her house. I hear her in the background ask who I was talking to. He tells her it's me, and her response was, ew, I'm not fucking him. He called her a whore and told her she doesn't need to fuck every guy that shows up. And she just kind of laughed and said, oh yeah, well then he can come. I decided to skip that one. She did it for a second night in a row, and then all the guys came to their senses and stopped inviting her because it was making the nights really weird and the mornings after extremely awkward. Just like a bus route, everybody ride her. Just like Closer, guys. Just kidding, Closer's left all that life in her past. She's a changed woman now. You know what I mean? It used to be like a really tight passageway inside the Closer, but now it's like an aisle. It's like throwing a hot dog down an aisle in a grocery store. Jesus Christ. Jesus, did I just say that? Goddamn. As we travel up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen, we arrive at number 33. I knew somebody who decided to have a home birth, learning she wouldn't be allowed to smoke in the maternity ward. What is this, the 1940s? She literally drove to the hospital in labor and of course was stopped outside and told to put her cigarette out. Instead, she drove back home, still in labor, mind you, and ended up giving birth to an 8-pound baby on her back porch. Somebody says, I'm kind of impressed. You know what I mean? I think we all are, to a certain degree. Somebody's calling my name in the stream chat. It's Serious Sketch, and he says, I'm doing good now that Kyle's streaming. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Serious Sketch. Wow. Nate Squeaker says, same here, Kyle is my medicine. Someday I'll be medicine to a lady, and she'll be all like, oh, Kyle, you got what I want. Check these out. And then there'll be huge boobs, and I'll be like, whoa, Hannah, what did I do to deserve this? I'm kidding. Number 32. At university, we have a downstairs media room called the ILC, Integrated Learning Center. My third day at university, I walked in, and there's a homeless guy sitting at one of the computers, moaning like crazy while beating his dick like it owes him money. I walk in and immediately start laughing hysterically. My buddies do the same. The cops finally show up and escort him off. No, He didn't finish. What do you mean finally show up and he didn't get off? That poor guy. That poor guy. Let's see what the comments here are in this one instance. Somebody said beating his dick like it owes him money. Somebody said, I laughed like a drain at that. What? Y'all niggas are so young that you haven't seen Chappelle's show? Come on. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. Oh, Lord. Serious Sketch said Kyle is good to listen to while playing Darkest Dungeon. You know, I almost bought Darkest Dungeon, but I wonder if it's still on sale. Darkest Dungeon PS4. You know why I almost bought it? It was because I know on PS4 I wouldn't be able to save scum and then just like go back if people die. Let's see. It's still $9. Ooh, dude. That's pretty tempting stuff. $9 for Darkest Dungeon. As we walked down the halls. I like the narrator in that game a lot. He's pretty badass. What was I looking at Pauline for? You're a weird guy, Kyle. You got some stupid shit open all the time. Close this crap. Close this shit. But what if you need the window open? Who are you talking to? All right. I'm the guy here. All right. Thank you. This guy. Number 31. Camouflage wedding party? No. Oh. Okay, look. Okay, guys. Okay. Look. He asked what the trashiest thing he'd ever seen. He said people wearing camouflage at the wedding party. So yeah, that's trashy. People wearing that shit at, at pretty much the classiest event that most people are ever going to attend. That's just disgusting. But then people were asking him for a picture, as people do on Reddit, and he posted a picture of a whole bunch of white chairs set up and no one sitting in them. And the joke is that, there's people there, but they're all camouflaged. Serious Sketch says, because I'll buy it for you later, Kyle. Serious Sketch says, if I buy it, will you play it on stream? Of course, Serious Sketch. What do you think the point of buying Darkest Dungeon is, if not to name all the characters after people who come into the stream chat and then get upset when they all die? Because, some of the lesser names, not a big deal. Porkchop dies, I'm like, who cares? You know what I mean? I'm kidding. I love you, Porkchop. But if Hannah were to die, or I were to die, what if Sarah Bishop died? Oh no. I would have an army of Sarah Bishops, dude. And she's all like, you can't kill me, I have a family. And they kill her. And she's like, joke's on you, I'm back, I'm Sarah Bishop too. Boo. What the fuck? Sarah Bishop's in the bath, she says. Oh boy. Number 30. We were camped near Big Family when many children were near a river. Okay. I look over and who do I see but no more than a 16-year-old girl, Smokey McPregnanston, in a bikini. Chain-smoking cowboy killers had to be 6 months pregnant. Close runner-up was also a teen girl who was very pregnant, barefoot in an Arby's, fighting with her baby daddy who worked there. No disrespect to any Arby's workers out there. Arby's is disgusting. That's the trashiest part of this story. Somebody says, I'm actually going to take it a step further and give my respect to all Arby's workers. You are all doing God's work. Man, Arby's? Man, I want to meet the people who go to an Arby's. Yo, if I had friends, you and me, we find an Arby's near a Pokestop. We sit the hell down, we flick your crap at dumbass Pokemon until some shit goes down in an Arby's. We would pay the people who work there and, let them know, hey, we gonna be chilling in here just a little bit, waiting for something to go down, Here's a little bit of money. It seems like we're not just kicking it here because we're bored or, we don't have a place to be. We are just waiting for something. I got a YouTube channel. I got a family. I got Mazepy. I got a family. Hashtag I got a family. Number 29. My dad caught my ex, who I was dating at the time, getting fingered by random guys on the beach. while her mom was with them. I'm glad he told me what a real bro and what a trashy bitch. Getting fingered by random guys on the beach while her mom was with them. Getting fingered by random guys on the beach while her mom was with them. As we travel up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen, I think this list may be one of my best. Bing bong. Bing bong. We reached number 28. When I was 17, we were all drinking in a park on New Year's Eve, and it was raining. There was a drunk girl giving different guys blowjobs, and her pants were undone and half off. I wonder what she's doing with her life now. When I was 17, I had a pretty good blowjob. I had a pretty good blowjob from a girl who was putting other cocks in her mouth, and there was no Listerine. Oh man, that shit wasn't clean when I was 17. Pretty good, Kyle, pretty good. You should take this show on a road. You should make it so that people actually can hear the kind of crap that you're all about. What? What's that? No one cares? Oh no. Oh no. Number 27. Bring someone else's mom to a high school prom. What? There is a group of friends. One of them is Jake. Jake is quite funny. Nice kid. His parents go through a bitter divorce. Rumors start coming out that one of Jake's best friends, Chris, is actually bringing Jake's mom. No one can confirm until Chris pulls the power move of bringing Jake's mom as his date. She shows up black out like she drunk, grinding on all the kids, getting more drunk, gets them thrown out. Names change for anonymity. Felt crazy bad for Jake. He was a junior, had to live with that for a year. The funny thing is, Jake and his mom's relationship has healed, saw them on Facebook together. I'm not sure I could ever forgive my mom. Definitely not Chris. Somebody said shoot out to Jake for not killing Chris. Don't you mean shout out? Shoot out. That's the best spelling. Somebody said that's a Freudian slip if ever I've seen one. Shoot out to Jake. This is great. It's a good list, boys. Buckle up. This is a good list. Ooh. So Deja's in the stream chat. Hope you're having a wonderful day, sweetie. We could be naming you, we could be naming a character after you soon if I end up getting Darkest Dungeon. That should be pretty sweet. Actually, I think I can use PayPal to pay on PS4. So that's pretty like an open and shut case, man. Pretty easy to make it happen. Number 26 on the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen. At a college party in an apartment, seriously hot girl, Daisy Dukes in halter top, maybe 5 foot tall, arrives. Walks around drinking, yells, "Somebody fuck me." One guy chats her up, and after 2 minutes, she drags him into the bedroom. 20 minutes later, the guy comes out, grin on his face. Nothing I hadn't seen before. Then from the bedroom, "Send another dick in." Everyone looks at each other and no one moves. Maybe 15 guys at the party, almost as many girls. She walks to the bedroom door naked, looks around, points at a guy and says, "You, let's go." Guy goes. She fucks 8 guys, coming to the doorway each time to pick a new guy. After a couple guys, she is not even closing the door. Last 3 to 4 guys, she is standing there with cum running down her legs. Early 80s, condoms were not a thing in white bread college. I managed to avoid being picked by hanging in the kitchen, watching through the island cabinet gap. She walks out after 8, wearing the shorts and halter, cum all down her legs, drinks a cup of party punch, and then leaves. We found out later that she was 16, a townie, and had done it before. Man, sounds like fun times, guys. Sounds like fun times. But y'all brave as fuck. Fucking without condoms. Sticking it in after another dude put it inside there. And then like done, not even worrying about her being pregnant. It's not even about the pregnancy horror that you guys should be wondering about. It's the fact that you're getting your Jimmy all rubbed up against some other mucusy inside squish that some other dude just had his Jimmy spliffed on in there. Come on now. Wait a minute, ladies. Wait a minute, ladies. What's the craziest thing that you guys have done in the stream? Guys in the chat, let's hear all about it, Sarah Bishop. Number 25. I went to a wedding in a very rural part of PA. Great wedding at a golf course, but the reception ended at 10. So we went to one of the local bars that we were at a previous night. To frame the story, I am in a car with 3 other friends of mine. The 4 of us are all wearing the typical post-wedding attire, dress pants, dress shirt, but with the sleeves rolled up, no ties, and untucked shirts. Kinda how you get towards the end of a wedding reception. The bar itself was definitely a small country town bar, so we pull up to the bar called the Beer Moose Inn that sat on the side of a country road. As we pull in, my headlights beam directly on a lovely young couple fucking. The girl was bottomless and with only one of her legs inside of her jeans bouncing on top of the guy. They were doing it right on top of one of those shitty crushed rock parking lots. No attempt to get privacy or, at least not be directly in the line with where people pull into the parking lot. We then all walked inside waiting for our other friends to show up. I immediately realized that we did not fit in, given our attire. It's the first time in my life where the types of people to fuck openly in a bar parking lot fit in more at a place than I did. Wow. Oh, do you want to fit in a place like that? Jesus Kringly Winglebops. Jesus Kringly Winglebops. Well, all I can wonder is how much crazy experience like this, the chicks with over double D's have had in the stream. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna say it right now. If you're in the stream, I bet there are genuinely things that people have done that they're so ashamed of. But as we travel up this list of 45 trashiest things people have done, we arrive at number 24. I was at a fancy restaurant on the west side of Los Angeles. Lots of rich people there. As the waiter was seating us, there were these 2 really well-dressed guys, kind of douchey looking, but obviously rich, getting up from their table. As they walked out through the dining room, one of them casually lifted up one leg and farted loud enough that the whole restaurant turned their heads. When they hopped into a Ferrari out front and peeled out of the parking lot, severely lacking in class. What an ass. It's just a fart. It would be worse if he grabbed the champagne glass and clinked it and was like, if I may have your attention, everyone. And then they took off his monocle and lifted up his leg. What if he took the champagne glass and put it under his ass? And then farted and then brought the champagne glass up and swigged it around like it had some in there and said, this may be the richest thing any of you have today. I say good day. Look, I find myself funny, motherfucker. Number 23, I saw a young woman orally pleasuring another woman in the entrance to the ladies' room in a hotel, while my wife was leading a young girl to use the bathroom. Okay. We were attending a friend's wedding reception, and both of us had to hit the restroom. A mutual friend asked if we could take their daughter, so we agreed. On the walk there, we noticed a lot of, well, really skankily dressed people going into another party room at the hotel. Normally, I wouldn't care, but the young girl with us, it was really awkward. But with the young girl with us, it was really awkward. Then my wife opened the bathroom door with the 8-year-old in tow, and there, right in the entrance, was Skanky McGonna Siffa Herpa AIDS, doing the mouth mambo on a woman at least 15 years her junior. Oh, bing bong. My wife whipped the 8-year-old girl around and snapped, "Would you mind?" to the women, and they were all like, "Fuck off," the one receiving the tongue lashing slurred in response. Nice. My wife herded the girl to another bathroom and complained to the hotel staff. As it turned out, the other group was a swingers party, and they had been making the hotel staff lives a living nightmare. They had taken to, well, doing their business wherever and whenever they felt like it, despite being repeatedly warned. In the end, the bride's family got a cut on the rate of their reception room due to all of the complaints. Holy crap. Somebody says, this reminds me of the time when I walked into 2 homeless dudes blowing each other. I'm sorry, I looked away like as if there was somebody else in the room. I was like, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Creative Mer says, more Kyle. That's what I want. Master Momo says, Kyle is the cure for everything. Oh, guys. If that were true, I would get more provocative wishes in my Snapchat. Seriously, snap me and make a wish, because I was really pleased at the wishes the other day, but no, nothing's coming, and it's lame. Make a wish. It'll come true. How come, oh, you know what I could do? I could play Batman, because I forgot that I recently bought that again. That'd be cool. Number 22. I'm from a town in the UK that is notorious for being an absolute trash fest, so I have quite a few stories to tell. I remember one, though. I saw an old bearded man drop a cigarette in a puddle of vomit, then pick it back up and continue to smoke it. Robbie gave me that nice vomit flavor. That's what people want. Jesus Christ. Apparently the guy says it's a place called Blackpool. Blackpool does not sound like a place you guys want to visit, but it does have a pretty cool ring to it. I'm from Blackpool. Number 21. Outside of a bar, these 2 black girls started scrapping, and their weaves went flying across the street. A black dude went over, grabbed the weaves, and started selling them on the street corner. He did not. Somebody said, we call those tumble weaves. This has been upvoted more than the original comment. Okay. Somebody says, take your filthy upvotes and weave. Get it? Weave as in leave. Oh, we're punning now? That's not cool. I can't believe he did that. You're all unbelievable. That's the same one. I don't like that. We've better be on our way before those puns get too bad. Weave Whitney alone. Okay. I have to weave myself some new pants because I just shit mine. Look, I can't take any more. I can't take any more, I tells ya. Number 20. A girl was giving a guy head in the smoking room of a bar. The bartender on duty finds out and attempts to break up the festivities. The guy who was being pleasured proceeds to bite the bartender's finger off. I keep looking away like I can't believe what I'm reading here. Thankfully, this was really close to a hospital and they managed to reattach the finger. Did he get charged? What the hell? Runner up. First Denver Nuggets game that I ever went to. There was a homeless dude shitting on the sidewalk outside of the arena. He had a huge grin on his face, and some guy was standing a few feet away taking pictures on his smartphone and laughing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 19, ladies and gentlemen. My God. Okay. What the fuck? Sedasia says she accidentally flashed her bus driver in the 5th grade. Oh my God. How do you accidentally do that? Y'all are crazy. I'm sorry for not scrolling down earlier, guys. You know what I mean? Somebody, I thought, yeah, well, it's not even that much. You guys didn't write that much. That's what's up. Well done. Oh boy. Number 19. I was riding Greyhound, which is like a bus, a bus that goes cross country in America for people who are not from here. And I should have expected some shit. During the course of my trip, two passengers, what the fuck were you gonna say? Two passengers, one male and one female, got to talking, and it turned out that they had both been released from prison recently. The guy had a bottle of liquor, which they started sharing. This led to him performing oral sex on her, legs on the seat in front of them, and eventually full-on fucking. Somehow they were not asked to get off the bus. Greyhound at its finest. Well. Well. Bing bong. Number 18. A woman getting caught stealing at Home Depot and then peeing through her pants to try and get the loss prevention guy to let go of her. I can still hear him clear as day. What the fuck, lady? Why? Why, lady? Why are you peeing on me, lady? What the fuck? I ain't gonna let you go now. I'm being, you better let go of me. I used to do loss prevention, says someone else. I once arrested a lady. She resisted and started screaming bloody murder, yelling, causing a scene, etc. She was soaked in sweat and squirming like hell, and I couldn't get the cuffs on her. We were wrestling for like 5 minutes before mall security showed up and helped me cuff her. We get back, and I realized her hands were completely covered with open sores. Oh, nigga, what the fuck? Oh my God, open sores. Get it off me. Oh, get it off me. Oh, get it off me. Okay? Get it off me. Okay? Open sores. Oh my God. As we travel up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen, we arrive at number 17. Happened literally an hour ago. A lady came into our pharmacy and presented a bag full of bugs. Ugh. My brain's going to start autocorrecting things so that they're less terrible. She asked our pharmacist to identify the bugs and tried to hand our pharmacist the bag. Our pharmacist refused to touch it. And the lady talked about how she found all these bugs in her condo, hair, in her, and other places. From what our pharmacist could tell, it was a bag full of fleas, bed bugs, and other random, mostly dead bugs. Somebody said, winner. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 16. My ex-boyfriend, now deceased, invited his friend over to my mother's house while I was at work. They broke in through a back window and helped themselves to my late grandfather's extremely expensive vintage bottle of scotch that my mother was saving for a special occasion, which they drank straight from the bottle, shirtless, in the front yard. I came home when the police called me due to neighbors reporting gunshots fired from my yard. My ex and his buddy were having a little target practice on our neighbor's orange tree. The cops found heroin, weed, and Xanax on them, even without mentioning the orange tree. It's really hard not to guess what state this took place in. Florida. Man, y'all crackers really know how to fuck Florida up. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus Christ. Thank God for Florida, because without it, black people would seem even worse than they do. And it's not true, okay? It's not true. These niggas fucking it up for the rest of us. You know what I'm talking about? Damn. Damn. They setting us back. And I know that the white people must feel that same shame when they hear about a Florida man. They go, what's wrong with these people? It's because of where they live. Has nothing to do with us. Don't put that on us. Those people don't know what's right and what's wrong. They're crazy. Number 15, music festivals, man. I saw an old lady in neon pink leopard print spandex sitting on a younger guy's shoulders doing lines of coke off of his bald head. Okay. And here I am. I saw two girls apocalyptically drunk laying naked in the collapsed ruin of their tent, alternatively throwing up and pleasuring each other in the throw up. Now that's partying, man. On multiple occasions, I've seen people purchase a 6-foot bong, use a 6-foot bong. No, purchase a 6-foot bong, use a 6-foot bong, bring the 6-foot bong into the crowd, and weep over the shards of the shattered 6-foot bong. Oh, you people are stupid. You gotta be careful with these things. They're made out of glass. Sarah Bishop says, I love puke sex. She's probably had it. She's probably not teasing, man. She's probably not joking. You know, she's had it. Oh my God. Here's the bottom line. I actually saw a really nice video of a girl like getting off on her bong, which apparently had like some sort of protruding portion. It was interesting. And I say really good, not like I enjoyed it, but like it had pretty good production value. You know, it's a pretty well shot. You know, the angles were genius as well. I don't know. It was an interesting video, is what it was, and the boobs were big enough and had like a good spread to where you could see it on both sides of the. What are you on about, Kyle? Look, a streaker riding a disturbingly fast motorized and taxidermy deer, screaming and pinging spent nitrous canisters at security. After a guy's big bag of shrooms burst and exploded all over the ground, a frenzied mob of around 25 people truffle hunted and devoured the fallen fungi in under a minute. I may have been one of those people. Oh my God. It couldn't have been worth a trip like, y'all don't even know. What if this happened first and all of this other shit this Jew made up? A guy riding a taxidermy deer. Number 14. When I was a preteen, I ate some bad food at a restaurant. We went to Target after my stomach literally instantly turned sour as we entered. I went to the bathroom and I'd shit. 5 minutes later, I'd need to shit again. So I just decided to stay in there until I was sure that I was empty. This went on to the point that I told my parents to go on to other stores that they wanted to hit and just hit me up after. After about 10 minutes into the ordeal, I hear people come out. I'm thinking, great. No way they won't hear and smell this. They'll probably turn around or turn right around. Then I see 3 pairs of feet in the stalls beside me. 1 female, 2 male. Those trashy people had a full-on threesome in the Target bathroom while I'm shooting out sloppy wet turds that smelled like death incarnate, 3 feet away from them, with just a stall wall between us. I only ever saw their feet, but I'm counting it as something I experienced. Oh boy. Number 13. My ex banged a coke dealer because the dealer, banged 2 girls the previous 2 nights and wanted to go 3 for 3. So he just asked her. And I guess she said yeah. Some guy goes, is that why she's your ex? And the person responds, it certainly didn't help the relationship. Okay. And this guy's name is Sharing's Caring. What a cuck. He probably loved it. He probably loved it. You're supposed to ask me first, and then take vids, babe. I have to watch, babe. I'm a cuck, babe. Number 12. A girl in her 20s letting guys finger her for a few seconds if they bought her a drink. Some guy asks, was she hot? All right, man. Let me go ahead and take a couple of seconds to just look at what's going on in the stream here. Let me type something stupid. Hope everyone is having an okay day. And at the very least can make something better of today than what yesterday may have been. You all the strength to tackle your way. Who knows what Amy Versetti is whatting at now? Well, let's go ahead and continue this list of 45 trashiest things that people have ever seen. We reach number 11. I watched the following situation unfold. A woman was about to be arrested for public drunkenness. The cops were evidently feeling merciful and decided to put her into a cab instead. I guess this offended the woman. In response to being directed toward a cab, she lifted up her skirt, angled her urethra, and started to gush pee directly onto the cop's shoes. Angled her urethra. Trying to picture that, but failing miserably. Probably for the best. Someone else responds, just take it out and bend it. You mean you don't have a telescoping urethra? Number 10, man finished work and was coming out of the staff entrance, which happens to be a fairly sketchy lane way on the north side of Dublin city center, and saw a junkie couple doing the nasty, which wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't that the only thing that was concealing them was 2 to 3 year old kid sitting in a pram facing the other way. Oh, it kind of just made me sad, thinking of the life that child is going to have. But yeah, it was also trashy as fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a sad life for that guy. What a sad life. Well, guys, I hopefully you guys didn't have a life that crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Because that could suck. That could suck. What do you think? What do people responding to that? Oh no, somebody said, I used to work in a Bookies on the north side of city center, very close to Liffey. See this woman walking around to all the customers, talking to them for a couple of seconds and then moving on. I asked one of the punters what she said to them. Turned out she was offering blowjobs for 20 quid and the full package for 50 quid. Maybe that's quid, I'm not sure. Told her she was banned from the shop, went out after a few minutes later to go to the bank, past a covered alleyway on the way there. There she was, leaning up against the wall with some guy hammering at her. This was about 5 meters from a busy center street on a Saturday afternoon with a big family-oriented event going on. Oh, damn. Somebody said, I went out to the bank. Did you get 20 or 50? This guy. Oh my God. Number 9. Oh boy, number 9's a big one. I might have shared this in an old account, but if it seems familiar. When I was 16, my mother joined a group of single professional moms. She met with organizers and they invited her to an event that they had scheduled for the next evening. The event was a screening of First Wives Club at a historic theater. and they had gotten a bunch of local firefighters to volunteer to be ushers. They were to greet each member with a rose and a glass of champagne, and then escort her to her seat. But you asked for trashy, not classy, right? Stay with me here. My mother did not drive, so I dropped her off and promised to pick her up in 2 hours. 40 minutes later, I was back at the theater, my little brother in tow, looking at a large crowd of police and curious onlookers. My mom had called to tell me that there had been an incident, and could I please come get her? This was before cell phones, so we marched up to an amused-looking officer who escorted us into the theater. Inside, we were greeted by the sight of a dozen or so well-dressed, scuffed up, and very blotto middle-aged women in cuffs, and many very pissed off, rumpled firefighters. Apparently, quite a few of the club members had overindulged in free champagne and asked the firefighters to demonstrate how quickly they could suit up. The firefighters obliged them by stripping off their gear. This was not enough for the women. They wanted it all off. While Diane Keaton shrieked at her cheating husband, these inebriated women, single moms, decided to help the firefighters with the rest of their clothes. No was not an option, and they were quite forceful. That's about when the cops were called. According to my officer escort, when they arrived, the lobby was a scene of utter chaos. High heels had been kicked off, hair had been mussed, alarmed firemen scratched up and clothing torn. These men had been trained to enter burning buildings. They had not been prepared for something like this. These dumpster fires are of a different sort. My officer friend pulled my mom out of a side office where she had been hiding with a couple of other women, and we were sent on our way. For years after that, anytime my mom got on me about something, I'd bring up the time I had to bring my 7-year-old brother to rescue her from a drunken, attempted fireman rape orgy. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now that is what I'm talking about. Number 8, ladies and gentlemen. It's late at my local towny dive bar, and it's karaoke night when the bar's owner and namesake shows up. She's a tiny 75-year-old woman in a pink cardigan with a great big loud voice, with her 2 early 20-year-old granddaughters in tow, heavily drunk and dressed for the club. Up she rolls to a quiet guy who's been hanging by the entrance smoking a cigarette. They exchange some words and walk around to the alleyway beside the bar. One of the granddaughters hikes up her skirt of her dress, squats down on her heels, and proceeds to piss all over the sidewalk, while the other granddaughter runs around the corner screaming, "Don't sell coke to my grandma, goddammit." From down the alley echoes Grandma's voice, "Shut the fuck up, bitch. It's my birthday and I'll do what I want." When I had enough of this scene and went inside, the bartender was trass off her ass and pouring everyone free doubles. What a happy ending. What a happy ending. Oh my God. Give me a second here, guys. I can't really do anything without getting attacked. It's really pissing me off. I hate this life. Every time. Every single time. Number 45, trashiest things. What? Number 45? No, 45 trashiest things people have ever seen. We arrive at number 7. What appeared to be a mother in her mid-40s and her 2 daughters, who were in their late teens, early 20s, giving a group of guys blowjobs at Mardi Gras. Well, it is a party, I guess. But why did it have to be the mom and her 2 daughters? Ugh. Well, the girls, were all kneeling in the middle of a circle of 6 to 8 guys, tops off, and were just going back and forth among the guys, sucking them off while the guys were shooting pics and video from their cell phones. I guess those guys had some really cool beads. Somebody said, "Oh my God, that is so disgusting." I mean, where would they even post those videos? Probably some sick, trashy site. These freaking fucking Always Sunny references are really getting on my nerves. Number 6, I saw a woman hold her toddler son out of her car window doing about 35 miles an hour while he peed. My life's never been the same. Oh boy. Number 5. An incredibly obese woman trying to shop in Walmart, but was stopped at the door because her children were naked. What a life those kids must be having. All we can do is feel terrible. All we can do is feel terrible. Jesus Christ. Number 4. I stupidly bought my girlfriend at the time Britney Spears tickets in Newark with Pussycat Dolls as an opening act. This was maybe 10 years ago. Anyway, she was an awful driver and didn't have a lot of friends. So she ended up asking me to go with her so I could drive and she'd have someone. Agreed. Okay. Got there. Everything was fine. Luckily, I brought earplugs, and they were selling beer at a couple of the stands. Cue a bathroom break, mind you. I'm one of maybe 10 guys in the building, so conveniently there's no line outside the bathroom. When I walk in, I witness lines of young girls in every direction, pants on the floor, using urinals, peeing in the sinks, just fucking everywhere. They all look up at me, smirked, and went back to their business. I noped out of there and asked a staff member if I could use a back bathroom or something, which they obliged. I now have the memory of simultaneously watching dozens of underage girls without pants on urinating in men's rooms at the Britney Spears concert for life. I'm on a list now, thanks Reddit. It would be good if it weren't so awful. Reminds me of a time I was at a club in a women's bathroom, had a huge line, so some brave souls went into the men's bathroom. I was urinating in the urinal, and this girl walks in, sees me, and sighs in disgust. She then turns around to leave. What did you expect, lady? It's the men's bathroom. Ugh. Oh my God, what the fuck? Momo's all like, Kyle, will you do another list after this? I need more Kyle. Dude, I can't do one list without being attacked by at least 50 people these days. And you know what the problem is I'm letting too many people close to me, because it's bad enough with just immediate parent. Do you get what I'm saying? Have you done that? You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh man, there's no time for me to record. I'm gonna have to do these in the dead of the night, which means whatever. You know, I can just chop time off of the hours I spend gaming. But immediately after this one, man, we will have to see. It's certainly not going to be as good as the list of 45 trashiest things that people have ever seen. Coming in at number 3. In Afghanistan, we made a supply run to Kandahar airfield. We had some spare time before we left to go back to our COP, so we went to Burger King there. Yes, the Air Force had a Burger King in Afghanistan. Nice. On the way there, we walked past a row of porta potties, and a strong gust of wind blew open the doors. And inside one of the porta potties was an Air Force chick riding some guy's dick like it was the last plane home in a porta potty in 123-degree weather in Afghan summer. How they could fuck in the stench is beyond me, but bravo. Well, gotta get it somehow, I guess. Damn. Gotta get it somehow. Number 2. This happened at a friend of a friend's 17th birthday party. The birthday girl's boyfriend brings his cousin to the party. Everyone gets drunk as you do. Boyfriend disappears and the search is on. Birthday girl eventually finds him fucking his cousin in the bathroom. My favorite quote from the ensuing argument was, "Your breath smells like your cousin's pussy." Didn't seem to matter much. They're married now with 2 kids. I guess drunken incest can't stand in the way of true love. Whoa. Grossalopes. I'm Goosala Goopa Goop. As we travel up the list of 45 trashiest things people have ever seen, we reach number 1. Finally. Special thanks to my outrageous and incredible patrons as usual for being who you are, you know. I wouldn't be able to do this. Not without you guys. You guys keep me on my ass. You guys give me a reason to stop myself and go, oh man, you can't fuck up. Not with these people. Not with these people doing what they do. Not when they behind me, baby. Number 1 reads, when I was 9 years old, I had a good friend that had a very trashy family. My parents would never let me stay overnight at her house for some reason. This one time, my mom said I could. Her mistake. My friend fell asleep while we were watching a movie in the living room that evening with her 15-year-old brother, who was already missing one front tooth. After a while, he whispers, "Hey, look." I turn around and I witness my first hard dick. She was 9 years old. Oh my fucking God. She was 9 years old. Oh no. He got his pants pulled down just enough to show it, meanwhile grinning at me. Then starts begging me to suck it until I tell him I'm going to wake up his sister and tell her if he doesn't stop. He quit. When the movie was over, I woke her up and said we should go to bed. So the two of us go upstairs to her bedroom and go to bed. Lucky for her, or lucky for me, her brother's room is downstairs. Now her parents had newspaper laid out on the floor in the corner of her room and a coffee can sitting in the middle of it. I didn't ask her why. I wake up in the middle of the night and need to pee. I make my way down the stairs, heading to the bathroom. Halfway down, I see her mom laying on the couch with her nightgown pulled up and her dad standing in front of her with his pants down. The mom looks at me, whispers something, and dad turns and sees me, bam, seeing my second hard dick in my life in one night. He yanks his pants up and runs at me yelling, "Get your ass back upstairs." And I told him I needed to use the bathroom. He yells, "That's what a coffee can is in the bedroom for." I ran to the bathroom, shut the door, turn on the light, watch the cockroaches scatter, and pee real quick. I run back up to the bedroom and lay awake all night. In the morning, I go to the kitchen and use the phone to call my mom to come get me ASAP while watching my friend's mom with a gallon jug of milk half full, adding water to it until the jug is full. Oh my God. So yeah, that's the trashiest thing I've ever witnessed. Holy shit. Holy shit. There it is, ladies and gents. That was the trashy list. Wow. Can't get any better than that, can it? Jeez. Can't get any better than that. What's another list that I'm planning to read? I don't know. I don't see any. Oh, somebody wanted me to do a driving instructor list. I could do that one. But I'm running out of time in the day. I'm going to go make some phone calls and see if I can get people to be a little less pissed with me. You know what I mean? We'll go from there. Mom's really trying to get a hold of me. I should really do these in the dead of the night. Until then, I hope everybody's fine. Stay sexy. Don't hurt yourselves. Why the hell I gotta keep my chin up, Kira? Ugh. Oh, I need to just go walk off into a desert and die at some point, you know? That'd be pretty cool. Faith just arrived, apparently, in the stream chat. Not bad, Faith, not bad. Ooh. I've got faith. You know, I've got faith. I love that joke. It's terrible. I apologize. Yeah, guys, talk to me soon. I'm gonna, I'll try to do this again in like an hour or two. And we can go from there. Take it easy. Stay out of trouble. Love you. Bye, 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 bye.